That is the all-new 4th generation 2023 Honda Pilot, and this is the 10 most notable new things about it.
Number 1.
This is a family vehicle, so let's talk about its most family-friendly new feature. In the Touring and Elite trims, this second row, it can be a bench. You can fold this down, and it can be a center console. And here's the tricky bit, the middle seat can be removed entirely. And then stored behind the third row under the cargo floor. Nothing in the segment or, well, anything can do this.
Number 2.
The third row has 2.5 extra inches of legroom. I'm 6'3". I can actually sit back here quite comfortably.
Number 3.
There is 6 more cubic feet of cargo space behind the third row for a grand total of 22 cubic feet. That gives it more than everything in the segment except for the Chevy Traverse and the Buick Enclave. Some cool features back here as well. This side of the floor, it's carpeted. This side is easily washed plastic. And then there's a ton of underfloor cargo space that opens up when you remove it. So you can leave this at home and just take advantage of all the extra space for bags or whatever you need to throw back here when all the seats are occupied.
Number 4.
Cup holders. There are 14 of them, including square ones, and 8 that can hold 32-ounce bottles, or however big this giant corksicle bottle is.
Number 5.
Styling used to look like this. Now, this. It's more squared off, a bit more rugged. The wheelbase, it's 3 inches longer. The rear track, it's wider too.
Number 6.
Now, you might have expected the Pilot's interior to look just like the Civics or the HRVs or the CRVs, but nope, it's actually its own thing. If anything, it looks a bit like a Land Rover, and I don't think that is a bad thing. If anything, it kind of is in keeping with the Pilot's more rugged vibe. Now, there is one key new element, or rather a return of an element, which is this shelf right here on the passenger side. The 2nd generation Pilot had one just like it, and that Pilot was also a bit more rugged.
Number 7.
Technology is the same, hugely improved 7 or this 9-inch touchscreen that is found in the CRV and the HRV and the Civic, etc. Now, this is notable because the old Pilot's in-car tech was, well, kind of bad, definitely outdated, and I would say it was a reason not to buy a Pilot. The new one, is it class-leading? Probably not. But could you live with it? Absolutely. Not really a problem anymore.
Number 8.
Safety tech, also kind of bad before. New Pilot gets the upgraded systems that we've seen in the CRV and the HRV. You're not going to get as many false alarms. The adaptive cruise control and the lane centering systems will actually drive more like human beings.
Number 9.
The engine. It is all new, even if the specs seem broadly familiar. 3.5 liters, 285 horsepower, and 262 pound-feet of torque. Transmission, it's a 10-speed automatic, and the available all-wheel drive system, once again, is a torque vectoring IVTM4 system that's now in its 2nd generation.
Number 10.
And finally, this is the new Pilot TrailSport. It has a 1-inch lift. It has better approach and departure angles, and it has unique stabilizer bar, spring rates, and damping. It's got skid plates, plus a tow hitch, full-size spare. It has all-terrain tires, plus unique 18-inch wheels with TrailSport stamped into them. The all-wheel drive system, it's the same torque vectoring all-wheel drive system available on other Pilots, but it does have a unique Trail Logic off-road setting. And of course, it looks different. There's a lot more gloss black trim, mirrors, door handles, roof rails. There's also more rugged black plastic on the rocker panels, as well as on the lower rear bumper. And of course, you do have the TrailSport badge in the grille. And there's this color, diffused sky blue pearl. It is exclusive to the TrailSport. And that is what's new about the 2023 Honda Pilot.